go on down to Senator Treat, certainly in the leadership of the Senate. And you're tan because you've already been out knocking on doors, even though you don't have a runoff election. So about what are you most proud, and where do you want to go next year?
There are two things. One, on a small level, thank you for having me first. I always enjoy this opportunity and appreciate the food was excellent today. Or at least, or I was starving, one of the two. But I stole that line from someone at my table a while ago. No, there are two things. One, small. I get my hair cut, and there's not much to cut anymore, from a guy who was closed one day when I went by his office, and I needed to go do a sales meeting for my other job. And went across the street to a Great Clips, and the lady there had a Post-it note over her address on her license. And I said, why do you have that there? Why do they even need your personal address? And she said, well, why? Are you with the state? And I said, well, I'm a senator, but I think it's asinine they require your personal address. What is your story? And she said, well, I'm a victim of domestic abuse. I left the household. I have a child who lives with me. And I don't want everyone who comes in this door to see my home address. So I went to the Board of Cosmetology and said, why are you requiring people to have this address? And they said, well, we've been thinking about it for a few years to get rid of it. I followed back up with the hairstylist and said, have they come and talked to you? Because I gave them her contact information. And she said no. So I filed a bill and forced their hand. And they said, we're going to do it through rules. And I said, I'm going to give you until April to get it done. And if you don't get it done until April, it's going to be law. You have to do it. So we were able to pass that this year. And it's a small thing, but it's a huge thing for that lady. And so I'm proud of that. The thing that captured headlines, that didn't capture any headlines. The thing that captured headlines was I was able to be the author of 3 of the 4 criminal justice bills that were able to get smarter on crime in Oklahoma. And I'm participating on an interim study this year, or interim task force, to try to look at ways we can even improve more. We changed the felony threshold on property crime from 500 to 1,000. It hadn't been updated in 14 years. We took DAs and gave them more discretion on whether or not they wanted to file a felony or a misdemeanor. When somebody has a felony on their record, it changes their ability to be employed, to be a productive member of society and a taxpayer, so I was proud to be a part of that. But 3 of the 4 proposals came through me being the author, and I plan on continuing that work as we move forward. Also, I'm the Vice Chair of Appropriations, so assuming that I get reelected, I'm not don't assume anything, but if I do, likely will be the next Chair of Appropriations. I want to change the way we do budgeting, bring a little more transparency to the system, and I'm working on that over this interim.